Welcome to this episode of Fast Radio. This episode of Fast Radio is brought to you by Revolution Home Buyers. Revolution Home Buyers is a full-service real estate investment company that pays cash for houses and closes in as little as 3 to 7 days. You can visit revolutionhomebuyers.com for more information, or you can call their office at 817-791-7002.
Hello, this is James Like, and you're listening to Fast Radio. I'm with you every single Friday just for a few minutes to encourage you, to lift you up, and maybe to share something good with you that could help propel you closer to freedom and success. I wanted to make this episode of Fast Friday just a little different than what we've been having. This past week, I was able to go on my very first cruise. My wife and I and 3 kids, 6, 4, and 18 months, jumped on a cruise boat. And for 8 days and 7 nights, we cruised out in the Eastern Caribbean. What an amazing vacation that was. And the reason I'm telling you about this vacation is because I never thought I would take a cruise. I always thought that I would be too bored on a cruise, that I would not have enough to do on a cruise, that I'd have to see the same people over and over again. And we jumped on this boat, Royal Caribbean, Harmony of the Seas, 6,500 cruisers and about 2,300 staff. Massive, massive ship. I have to tell you, I didn't really see too many people twice that I can recall. I never felt crammed, crowded up on the ship. It was actually a really, really enjoyable experience. There are 3 things that I learned on that ship that I think pertain to freedom and success. So I want to share those with you today and hopefully encourage you, and then you can go and book your cruise if you haven't done so. And no, I do not have an affiliate number or website to where I can get paid. That would be pretty cool though. But number one thing I learned is that customer service is everything. When you bring really, really good customer service, people are going to remember that. And I have to tell you that I felt like a freaking king every single day that I was on that ship. Anytime I looked around because I was lost or I needed help, somebody was there. It wasn't like you were going to Walmart and there were 20 registers with 1 register open and that particular cashier wasn't even there. No, it was amazing. You know, from the people who cleaned our room. I remember this one particular bathroom that I always seemed to be using, and had the same attendant that worked that bathroom for 12 hours a day, and I gave the guy a tip. It was one of the cleanest bathrooms that I've ever been in, like in the public. He's in there and he's constantly wiping down the sinks and getting the excess water off. He's greeting you as you come and go. He's like, this is even the coolest thing that I've ever seen, is he takes the paper towels that are hanging out of the paper towel thing and he folds it up into like a little triangle. Just that extra little touch. So let me ask you, is your business, the way that you service people, the way that you treat people, are you doing it like this bathroom attendant and doing it at a very high level? If you're not, you may be missing out, and if you are, you're closer to having more freedom and more success. The second thing that I realized on this ship is that no one really cared about being upcharged for everything on this ship. Yes, it's very expensive just to get on the ship, but then you get a drinking plan that would include sodas. You get another drinking plan that would include alcohol. You get upgraded for photography, and I think we ended up with 79 photos for about $150 or $80. If you want to go to one of the specialty restaurants, you're going to spend another $30-40 a person to upgrade over what you've already paid. And yet those restaurants were all jam-packed and they were full. People were willing to pay it. Why were they willing to pay it? Because it was an amazing experience. Because they were going to be partaking of something super high-end. Because they had an opportunity to have a memory made. And they wanted to document their experience. And they could have charged me $500 for my pictures, and I promise you my wife would have made me pay the $500 for the 79 pictures. So how does that pertain to your business? In your business, you may not be charging enough. You may be afraid because if you charge someone instead of $150 an hour and you charge them $250 an hour, that you may lose them. But if the experience is amazing, people will not even question what the price is. Just put it on my tab. Charge me for it. And the third thing that I learned was the Wi-Fi on a ship is horrible. So if you want to experience some freedom from your business for a week, if you want to get away and not have to worry about getting a phone call, not have to worry about checking your email, which you can check email. You can do the iMessage thing with the iPhone if you someone else has an iPhone, but if they don't have an iPhone, you're not going to be texting over Wi-Fi. You can keep up with your social media, but you're not going to be streaming and watching Netflix. You're not going to be able to sit and watch streaming anything, YouTube videos, prank videos, whatever it is that you partake in. I mean, you can download some stuff. It's going to take forever, if it even downloads. I kept getting download or error trying to upgrade my favorite TV show, Yellowstone, and trying to get it to where I could watch it on our downtime on the balcony there. But if you want freedom from this life for just a week, go get on a cruise. You don't have to think about what you're going to eat. You don't have to think about where you're going to sleep. You don't have to worry about cleaning up the place that you're staying in. You don't have to worry about not having anything to do. My goodness, there was 7 or 8 shows going on in the evenings on this big ship, and that was just a real small portion of the entertainment that you're going to find on that ship. So, point of the story today, go on a cruise. If you haven't been, go experience it. You got to do it at least one time. I know this. I'm looking forward to booking my next one. And here in a couple of years, I made a goal to take my wife on a Mediterranean 16, 18-day cruise through the Mediterranean Sea for our 10th anniversary. That wouldn't have been possible had I not gone on this cruise. So until next time, I want to wish you much freedom and much success. Thank you for listening. If you would, take a couple seconds to subscribe on whatever podcast app that you're listening on. Leave us a review, please. 5-star reviews with some wording telling us how we bring you value. And if it doesn't bring you value, 1-star works too. We love our reviews.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Fast Radio. If this episode brought you value today and you want to impact someone else, tag a friend below in the comments and like our Facebook page for new episodes every Friday. And as always, you can visit our show notes page for all of the finer details. Once again, make sure to give us a like and have a good weekend.